Bikers. I am on my way back from New Hampshire. On my way home, it is the end of the day. I've been at work all day. Where are we at? It is not quite 5 o'clock. I really want to stop for a slice of pizza, but I think I'm just gonna go home. Project of the day is for us to refinish the picnic table that I built a couple years ago, and I polyurethane that table. I have since learned that painting and polying things like picnic tables that want to be outside all the time, paint and poly just holds moisture in, and the poly basically just flakes off and doesn't end up doing very well. Back from work, I got Cabot Australian Timber Oil. Carpenter at work did some gorgeous benches and treated it with this. He used cedar, I think. Our benches and table are pine. Step one is to sand this thing, and then step two is to oil it. I have one problem with my sander. This palm sander is super old. My next door neighbor at my mom's house where I grew up gave it to me many years ago, and I use it all the time, except check it out. This is Velcro. So I went online, I ordered a new top. This is supposed to fit on. It's not an OEM one, it's an aftermarket one. I think it was like $6. But let's see if we can get this replaced, and then we can start sanding. This is really dusty and gross. This is miserable. Sanding poly is just like, oh, it's everywhere. It's getting into everything. I so just want to be done, but I really need to be sanding to get this the way I want it to be. Here I go, continuing to sand. I just want to put oil on this thing and be done with it. Here it is. 8:30 at night. I just brought it into the light and I realized there's stuff I missed because it was getting dark. I just got off the phone with Heather. I said, there's still poly on this stuff in places. I'm just gonna put oil on top of it. And she said, do it right. She's in charge of making sure things look pretty, and I'm in charge of building stuff. We make a good team that way because she's not wrong. But don't tell her I told you that. I should probably make sure that there's no poly anywhere, and I'll be happier once I do. So with all that said, I'll see you tomorrow after work, and you get to see a sweet time lapse. Have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Well, here we are. It's raining. It's about 4 days since I started the video. Life got crazy, and I spent many hours sanding poly off of this darn table and benches. If I've learned one thing, polyurethane inside furniture, never outside furniture. It's cold. It's like 40 degrees. It is not warm out. And it is time for us to oil. I've got our Australian timber frame oil, Australian Timber Oil. I'm super excited to use this stuff. I ended up getting a single oil-based brush at the hardware store, which I hope will work. I think it'll work pretty well. I know some people will also use a roller. Should we open this stuff up? I'm so excited to open this up. I can't even tell you how excited I am. Well, I can tell you how excited I am. I'm really excited. It's supposed to rain all day. If it wasn't gonna rain all day, I would move it over today, but it's supposed to rain all day long. So we'll wait till tomorrow when it's a little drier and then move this thing back onto the deck. See you in just a second. And here we are. It is 3 days later. It's a couple days later. Boy, I will say, Australian Timber Oil has saved this table. Now, a couple things I've learned. Well, the first thing I've learned is never poly anything that's gonna be outside. It won't go well, and it will make the wood moldy and gross and wet and rot and just not good. Stay away from poly on the outside stuff. I made a few mistakes, things that I really shouldn't have done, but I did anyways, because it's Vermont in the springtime, so weather doesn't cooperate. The most important thing is I put this oil on. I think I said it was 40 degrees or 42 degrees outside. When I was all done and putting the can away, I looked at the can and read it, and it said, never coat a surface if it's below 50 degrees outside. My bad. What happens when you do that? You can see these drips here. It was too thick because it was so cold, I think. So you live and learn, and this is still more protected than it was before. I mean, realistically, this Australian Timber Oil really did save the table, and I think it looks way better, doesn't it? I mean, it looks way better than it did before, which was like peeling and the beginning stages of rot. So would I use this again? Yes, I only ended up using, maybe a fifth or a sixth of that gallon of oil on all of this. It says it covers something like 350 to 450 square feet. So I have a bunch more outside projects to work on, and I guarantee you I will be putting this stuff on. Hey, I want to thank all of you for spending time with me here at 4 Acres in Southern Vermont. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Always do the best you can with what you've got, and we'll see you around. Take care. Don't eat the spray foam. Don't eat the spray foam. Hey, hey.
It's not a worm.
The R value of my chickens is amazing.
Let's do it. Oh, good off! Get off! Bunker, that's not okay. Go get a drink.